Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is in for Thursday, November 20, 2025. In today's episode, it was non-stop action. The search team continued looking for Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, Dan Martin, Gidswell Spencer, Crew Morrow, orders. Plus, the escaped inmate gets hit by a car. At the Cliff House, John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, checks on Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander and Chase Banks. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Mexins Wood, is on the phone about Kelly Spencer, Sophia Perez. They both hang up and update each other. Hayes is already asleep and Kelly is fine. Steffi admits this must be really hard for Finn. It is, but the good doctor is determined to protect his family from Luna. In Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig office, she is still talking to Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire. Taylor gets up and the nose asks where she is going. Taylor declares to make sure Luna doesn't hurt anyone ever again. Meanwhile, Dake Sharp, Harrison Cohn, is testing the microphone. Dake and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, are excited about Daphne singing for the perfume line. Daphne rushes in and tells them about Luna escaping. The nose adds that Luna went right to Will's house. Taylor went running off. Dake just wants everyone to be safe from the fugitive. Carter thinks they could use a little happiness and asks Daphne if she's still up for singing. The nose agrees. Over with Luna, she continues blabbing about losing the baby and sobbing. The girl claims she does feel things, and this hurts so bad. Sirens approach the beach house and for a moment, Will looks like he might let Luna go. However, before he can change his mind, Will runs out to greet the cops. Luna manages to slip out the door and runs. Will points which way Luna went and wants to join the search. However, Baker tells him no way, he's the target. There is a manhunt as the police search. Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom, look for the girl as well. They learn that Luna lost the baby. Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, and Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, arrive. Electra runs into Will's arms. Electra hears about the baby and feels bad for Will. The young man is a bit confused why he feels sad as he really didn't want Luna's baby. Electra promises they will figure it out together and he doesn't need to have answers today. Finn hears from Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. She's going to the beach house with Deacon Sharp, Shin Cannon, and Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Romy Parker Will updates them all about the baby. Everyone is shocked, but Deacon is impatient. Poppy reminds them this means Luna has nothing left to lose. They need to find her. Everyone except Will and Electra ends up searching. Taylor shows up and wants to know where Luna is. When she learns Luna's on the run, she goes to search. Electra quickly tells her about the baby. Taylor shows restraint and says she's sorry for the baby and sorry for Will. But it changes nothing about Luna's crimes. A helicopter hovers overhead as everyone continues searching for Luna. The girl soon realizes she's surrounded in all directions. Luna makes a run for it. But just then, bright headlights hit her face. Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful started with tension high and emotions running even higher. From Luna's dangerous crash to a manhunt that gripped the city, and the ever-dramatic drama at Forrester Creations, the day delivered a whirlwind of heartbreak, suspense, and subtle hints of secrets waiting to unravel. The episode opens with Luna in turmoil. Her panic over her recent mistakes, both personal and legal, has driven her to make an impulsive decision. On a rainy Los Angeles morning, she speeds down the highway, her mind racing as fast as her car. The camera pans in on her wide, terrified eyes, reflecting the stormy sky, capturing her anxiety in every frame. She mutters a half-hearted apology to herself, pleading under her breath that somehow, someway, things will work out. The tension builds as Luna loses control around a sharp bend. Tires screech, water splashes, and for a moment, it seems as if she's about to vanish from the screen entirely. The crash itself is sudden, violent, yet precise in its framing. Not gratuitous, but heartbreaking. The scene cuts to her crumpled vehicle, smoke rising as bystanders shout and phones are dialed. There's a real sense of immediacy. This isn't just drama for the cameras. Luna's life is hanging by a thread. Inside the car, Luna's panic shifts to sheer terror as she realizes she's trapped. The dashboard is bent, her hands shaking, and in her mind, the consequences of her earlier choices flash before her eyes. The lies, the manipulations, the moment she took Will's words out of context and created chaos. The audience feels her regret in visceral detail. News of Luna's accident spreads quickly. At Forrester Creations, Hope is already pacing, her phone glued to her hand. Her face is etched with worry as she frantically calls Liam, who's equally alarmed. Liam, torn between his obligations at work and his concern for Luna, immediately jumps into action. The episode captures his internal conflict beautifully. He wants to save Luna, but knows that confronting the chaos she's caused might be unavoidable. Meanwhile, Deacon enters the scene with his trademark mix of charm and desperation. He's fully aware of the stakes and makes it clear he won't let Luna slip away. The show doesn't shy away from the moral gray areas here. Deacon's motives are partly protective, partly self-serving, but his dedication is undeniable. He rounds up a small search team, enlisting a few of his contacts from unexpected corners of Los Angeles. The manhunt is shot with cinematic urgency. The camera switches between sweeping aerial views of the city and close-ups of characters' anxious faces. Hope coordinates with authorities while Liam joins the search on foot, scanning streets and alleyways. Deacon, relying on old instincts, predicts where Luna might head next, showcasing his uncanny knack for reading people, even in moments of chaos. During this tense sequence, the show cleverly inserts flashes of Luna's perspective. Her confusion, fear, and fleeting moments of hope as she tries to find a way out. These snippets give the audience a sense of being in the same frantic mental state as the characters chasing her, heightening the suspense. Amid all this tension, the show smartly cuts to a lighter subplot, providing a breather with just the right touch of humor. At Forrester Creations, the design team is struggling with baker's block, a creative impasse that has designers tearing their hair out over the latest line of culture-inspired desserts for the Forrester Gala. Daphne, Quinn, and Zenda are at the center of this comedic chaos. Daphne's insistence on perfection clashes with Zen's laid-back approach, while Quinn's dramatic flair turns every suggestion into a theatrical debate. It's a subtle reminder that life at Forrester is never ordinary. Even amid crisis, the world of fashion and dessert must go on. This subplot also works as a clever thematic parallel. Just as Luna is blocked by fear and circumstance, the Forrester team is creatively blocked by pressure and expectations. The writing highlights how everyone in their own way is grappling with obstacles, whether emotional, moral, or professional. The episode expertly weaves these storylines together. As Liam, Hope, and Deacon close in on Luna's location, the camera cuts back to her stranded car. Luna's fear is palpable. She's cold, wet, and desperate. But she's also starting to reflect on her choices. Flashbacks reveal her interactions with Steffi, Sheila, and the Logan family, showing how each relationship contributed to her current state. The audience gets a layered understanding of Luna's emotional complexity. She's not just a reckless character. She's someone grappling with guilt, love, and self-preservation. Meanwhile, at Forrester, Baker's block reaches a crescendo. Daphne's sudden inspiration, sparked by a misfired attempt at icing a cake, mirrors the real-life chase outside. Creativity and intuition, the show suggests, often arise under pressure. This subplot, while humorous, mirrors the central theme of the episode: how people react under stress and how crisis can catalyze growth, insight, or disaster. Stranded in the wreckage, Luna finally has a moment to herself. This is one of the episode's most poignant sequences. The camera lingers on her expression as she realizes she's entirely alone. forced to confront her actions and the impact they've had on those she loves or has endangered. She begins speaking aloud, as if confessing to an unseen audience, the fear, the mistakes, the unspoken truths. This moment is heavy with introspection. Luna questions her own strength, her capacity for redemption, and her responsibility for the chain of events she's set in motion. The writing here is delicate, giving viewers both tension and emotional depth. It's a pause before the storm hits, the calm before the manhunt reaches its climax. The manhunt reaches a fever pitch as Liam, Hope, and Deacon converge near the location where Luna's crash occurred. First responders are already on the scene, adding layers of urgency and realism. The camera captures the chaotic energy of a real search. Radios crackling, footsteps pounding, and the distant wail of sirens. When Luna finally sees the familiar faces approaching, there's a mix of relief, guilt, and fear. Hope's maternal instincts kick in immediately. She's at Luna's side in seconds, wrapping her in an embrace that speaks volumes. Liam, torn between relief and concern, holds back his frustration, while Deacon's grin is a mix of triumph and sly satisfaction. The reunion, while joyful, is layered with tension. The consequences of Luna's actions are still unresolved, and the fallout promises more drama in the coming days. As the episode draws to a close, Forrester Creations' Baker's Block subplot converges with the main storyline in a surprising twist. The latest batch of desserts, inspired by Daphne's last-minute spark of genius, is being delivered to the gala when Luna, still shaken from her ordeal, arrives at the front doors. Her appearance is sudden, unexpected, and dramatic. The camera captures every reaction: Hope's relief, Liam's astonishment, and the stylist team's confusion. The final moments leave viewers on edge. Luna's fate, both legally and emotionally, is uncertain. Will her crash change her trajectory forever? How will those closest to her respond to her return? And what repercussions await once the dust settles? The episode closes on this tension, promising more secrets, confrontations, and revelations in the coming episodes. Thursday's episode masterfully balances suspense, drama, and humor. Key themes include redemption and consequences. Luna's crash and introspection highlight how mistakes, when compounded, demand reflection and accountability. Urgency and loyalty. Liam, Hope, and Deacon demonstrate how loyalty and love drive action, even in chaotic circumstances. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.